No one ever tells you this is how you feel when you fail your driving test. If you can relate to this, you're not alone. But before we go into that, if you want more mental health videos, leave it in the comments below. With that being said, let's get right into it. Failure is something we all experience at some point in our lives. It's an unavoidable part of the human experience. But the way we respond to failure can make all the difference between success and despair. In today's video, we will explore what happens to your brain when you fail, the impact of failure on your mental health, and most importantly, what you can do to bounce back from failure and become even stronger than before. So let's dive deeper. 1. Your self-esteem goes for a toss. When you fail, it can feel like the entire world is crashing down around you. You might feel like you're a complete failure as a person and that there's no hope for you. The truth is that these thoughts are not actually true. Failure is just a temporary setback, and it doesn't define you as a person. However, it's important to acknowledge these feelings and allow yourself time to process them. It's also important to remember that you're not alone, and there are people who care about you and want to help. Don't be afraid to reach out for support during tough times. It can make all the difference. 2. You feel demotivated. Failure can be a real motivation killer. When you put your all into something and it doesn't work out, it can be hard to get excited about anything. You might start to feel like there's no point in trying because you'll just end up failing anyway. But this couldn't be further from the truth. While it's important to take time to process your emotions after a failure, it's also important not to let those feelings consume you. Failure is a part of the journey towards success, and it's important to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. So don't give up. Find ways to motivate yourself by setting small, achievable goals and celebrating your accomplishments along the way. Remember, every successful person has faced setbacks and failures on their path to achieving their dreams. 3. You lose your confidence. After experiencing failure, it's normal to feel a loss of confidence. You might start to question your abilities and wonder if you're really cut out for the things you want to do. However, it's important to remember that confidence isn't something that's set in stone, something that can be developed and nurtured over time. Instead of dwelling on your past failures, focus on your strengths and the things you're good at. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem, and use them as motivation to keep moving forward. Remember, confidence comes from within, and it's something that can be cultivated with practice. So don't let a setback get you down. Pick yourself up and keep going. 4. You have trouble concentrating. After experiencing failure, it's common to feel a range of emotions, including disappointment, frustration, and self-doubt. These emotions can make it difficult to focus on the task at hand, can lead to decreased productivity and difficulty concentrating. It's important to take some time to process these emotions and practice self-compassion. Allow yourself to feel disappointed or frustrated, but don't dwell on those feelings. Once you've allowed yourself time to process your emotions, it's important to refocus your attention on the task at hand. Set realistic goals for yourself and break down larger tasks into smaller, more manageable ones. Take breaks when needed and practice mindfulness or meditation to help clear your mind. Remember that everyone experiences setbacks and that failure is a normal part of the journey towards success. With some self-compassion and a bit of effort, you can get back on track and achieve your goals. 5. You get angry. When you fail, it's natural to experience a range of emotions, including anger. Anger can be a response to feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, or helpless. It's important to acknowledge and process these emotions in a healthy way. Find healthy outlets for your anger, such as talking to a trusted friend or family member, journaling, or engaging in physical activity. It can also be helpful to practice relaxation techniques such as deep breathing or meditation to help calm down and manage your anger. Remember that anger is a valid emotion, but it's important to express it in a healthy way that doesn't harm yourself or others. 6. You feel physically ill. While it might not be immediately apparent, the stress and strain of failing can indeed take a toll on your physical health. It's entirely possible to feel physically ill when you're struggling to cope with the emotional and psychological impacts of failure. The mind-body connection is a powerful one, and your body reacts strongly to the emotions you're experiencing. For example, you might experience an upset stomach, headaches, or other physical symptoms when you're feeling stressed or anxious about your failure. In some cases, the emotional distress caused by failure can even contribute to more serious physical health problems. That's why it's important to take care of your physical health when you're going through a difficult time. Make sure to eat healthy foods, get plenty of rest, and exercise regularly. Taking care of your physical health will help you better manage the emotional toll of failure and bounce back faster. If you're struggling to cope, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional for help. They can provide you with the tools and support you need to work through your feelings and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, you're not alone, and there is help available. Number 7, you blame yourself. After experiencing failure, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming yourself. You might start to criticize your every move, questioning whether you could have done anything differently to change the outcome. However, it's important to remember that failure is a part of the human experience, and it doesn't define you as a person. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on the lessons you can take away from the experience and apply them to future endeavors. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, and it's important to forgive yourself and move forward. Blaming yourself for failing won't change the outcome. It will only cause you unnecessary distress. So try to be kind to yourself and focus on the future. Number 8, you lose interest in everything. Failure can sometimes make us feel like giving up. It can be disheartening and demotivating. When things don't work out the way we want them to, this can lead to a loss of interest in everything, making it difficult to find joy in activities that once brought us pleasure. However, it's important to remember that this feeling is temporary and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Take some time to process your emotions and allow yourself to feel disappointed or frustrated. But don't let those feelings consume you. Remind yourself that you're capable of achieving your goals and that failure is just a setback, not a full stop. Set small, achievable goals for yourself and celebrate your accomplishments along the way. Remember, even small victories are worth celebrating. Losing interest in everything after failure is a normal reaction, but don't let it consume you. Keep moving forward with hope and determination. 9, you become socially isolated. When you're feeling down after a failure, it's easy to withdraw from social contact and isolate yourself. This might feel like the best option at the time, but it can actually make things worse. Social isolation can exacerbate feelings of depression and make it difficult to see the bright side. Reach out to your friends and loved ones for support and understanding. Don't be afraid to open up to them about how you're feeling. It can provide you with a listening ear and helpful perspective. Spending time with positive people can also help you shift your mindset and focus on the good things in life. Remember, you're not alone, and there's always support available. Don't let social isolation make things worse. Number 10, you give up on your dreams. Failure can sometimes make us give up on our dreams and aspirations. It's natural to feel disappointed and disheartened when we don't achieve what we set out to do. But it's important to remember that failure is not the end of the road. Every successful person has faced setbacks and failures on their path to success. Use these failures as learning experiences and adjust your approach accordingly. Don't let failure define you or your potential. With perseverance and hard work, you can still achieve your dreams. Never give up on yourself and your potential. Remember, you have the power to create your own success story. In conclusion, while failure can be a challenging and disheartening experience, it's important to remember that it's a normal part of life and doesn't define your worth as a person. By practicing self-compassion, focusing on solutions, seeking support, celebrating small victories, and practicing gratitude, you can bounce back from failure and become even stronger than before. Remember, you have the power to shape your own future. Don't let failure hold you back. Embrace it as a stepping stone to success. Thank you for watching, and please share this video with anyone who might benefit from it.